No.
It will. It'll destroy the bread. Just make it good.
So how is this bread hard? Like how good is it when it's warm, fresh out of the oven?
Oh, it's delicious. Are you talking about the taste of the bread?
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful. It really is. It's one of my favorite breads. That's why I chose it to bake with you, because it's just a wonderful bread. And once it's cold, it's also extremely good because you can, like I told you, you can make the best French toast out of it and the best toast out of it. And I'm not Jewish, but it's a great Jewish tradition to have the egg and the butter and the oil. Not butter.
Yeah.
I stand corrected because Jewish people don't use butter, but they do use
Oil.
and the eggs. Now the egg and the egg yolks. Now remember, we use 3 eggs and we use 3 egg yolks. And I'm saying we use that, but we use tiny bit less and more because I go by the exact amount.
And also, we technically use 7 eggs in total because of that egg for the.
Yes. Oh, for the egg wash.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
we did an egg wash, which gives it a very golden brown.
yeah, we're not.
It's wonderful, golden brown flavor and smell. I bet you can smell it already.
Yeah.
You can smell the bread cooking. And you know, I always said if you want to sell a house, bake a loaf of bread before the people come in to see the house, because the smell will just knock them over.
Yep. Even have
Wonderful smell.
even have the bread out when they come in.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Put it out, cut it up.
take a slice.
Here, I'll give you some good fresh butter. And people may whack butter because it's high in cholesterol, blah, blah, blah.
Boo boo boo. Woohoo.
But butter and bread go together, and real butter.
Not
No
margarine.
none of that stuff.
Not. I can't believe it's not butters.
No. Real dairy butter and real good bread out of the oven. It can't be beat. Just can't be beat. It's wonderful.
And so, what's the difference with store-bought bread and homemade?
Like we talked about earlier, and I know you don't have everything on your film, but it's the oxidation. It's in commercial bakeries, they have these massive. First of all, no one even touches the bread.
No,
It's all mechanical.
Machine.
And it goes into these vats that are enormous.
Yeah.
But it's the oxidation. They beat the heck out of it
Thank
with
you.
a tremendous amount of blades and motion, which adds a tremendous amount of oxygen into the bread. And that gives it lightness in volume. I mean, the bread rises
Yeah.
really high.
I mean, the high-rise bread that we made isn't anywhere close to that, really.
No.
But
there's no flavor to it.
yeah.
I mean, seriously, did you ever taste a flavor out of a loaf of bread from Shaw's? No offense to Shaw's, but
It just
any supermarket.
you decided to take a shot at
There's no
something.
flavor. There's just no flavor. But if you take a real loaf of bread and you slice it, and you study it, and you feel it, and you taste it, it's delicious. It's been around since, well, before the Roman times, before the Egyptian times. People have been baking bread.
Yeah.
They haven't been using leavening agents like we do. And they used to take pieces of dough and slap it on the side of the ovens. And they would let it cook there, and it would fall off. It's like pita bread. You know, pita.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would just take a piece of dough and they'd slap it right on the side of the oven. And it would go against the oven, and it would cook. And then it would fall off, and they would catch it. And that was their bread. It was flat, but it was beautiful because there was an air pocket in between the 2 layers, between the oven and the side wall, and there was always a pocket. So that's why they call it pocket bread. There was a piece of air in between it, and they still sell it today.
Yeah. I mean, you can get it at the cafeteria. You can
You get pocket bread, or
For
pita. Sometimes it's called pita.
Yeah, for salads, but
And it's good, but it's, I don't know, I like yeast breads. I'm a yeast bread guy.
yeah.
That's for sure. I do like yeast. And I like bread. And I like bacon in general.
Yeah.
Bread
Well, let's see.
bread is one of my favorites.
Let's see. What have I had in all the years I've been here? since you guys moved to Colonial.
Cakes, cookies, bread, all kinds of baked goods.
Oh,
I've served a few dinners too,
yeah, definitely.
but the baked breads are good, or baked goods are good. I think you do well on this program.
Yeah,
I do.
I mean,
I hope you get out. I'm sorry to interrupt.
no, I
But
think
I hope what you get out of this is that you can go home and actually make a loaf of bread.
I know, and personally, this is gonna be on record, but I don't know how they're gonna feel about me actually not being in any of the videos because,
That's true.
but
I
like,
don't know how to make them, so. But the next time, now we've had a lot of experience.
yep,
But what I want is the next time that you make the bread from start to finish.
without any,
I mean, I'll just stand on the side.
it makes sure that I don't kill myself.
And we're gonna do it without a mixer.
Ooh, for this bed?
Any bread. I don't care what you want. You pick any of them, and we can make it without a mixer.
That's,
Just as they did in the olden times.
yeah, I think we should do that with all of it, just so we can say that all these breads that you can get at the store can be made that are made with machines, can be made with all by hand.
All by hand
And
instead of the mixer, yeah.
now I'll show you how to just do like a video just so they can actually see me and all this.
Oh yeah, I'll get on the other side of your video,
Yeah,
thingy, whatever the hell they call it.
it's my phone.
Phone, and the same thing that machine does right there. You'll be on here and push it forward, pull it back, push it forward, pull it back. Unless it's a wet.
Yeah.
If it's a wet like French bread, you won't be able to,
No.
because if you did, it would be so sticky.
That you'd never get off.
Spread across the board. So what you do is you pick it up and you slap it. And you really slap it on the board. Over and over again until the gluten
Forms.
starts to develop. And then once this gluten starts to develop, then, it goes by itself.
Yeah.
But you have to do that first. You gotta pick it up and slap it. Pick it up and slap it.
And
Just
also,
like that machine does.
but that machine can't get as creative as humans can.
No. You're not going to believe this. You got to get down here.
That's
Is that huge or what?
I know. That's crazy.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That's. Did you see the oven spring?
Yeah.
The
It's
difference between the white and the brown.
yeah.
That's the oven spring.
In the egg wash. That's
Yeah, that gives it a beautiful color.
it does.
Beautiful color.
And I mean, I'm gonna compare the two breads side by side before anything. Like
These
this-
two?
Yeah,
Well, they're the same.
I know, but like just compare yours versus mine.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a good example of shaping. And shaping takes a lot of practice.
Yeah,
People don't understand shaping. It's very hard.
and I'm proof. I got 3 braids. You got 5.
Yeah, and just making that, and also it took me half the time it took you.
Yeah,
Half.
yeah,
But it's making a snake that is uniform across, so it's not a big end and a little end and
yeah,
a small end in the middle. It's uniform,
yeah.
and then you braid it quickly. But it is. It's a skill that you have to learn.
And braiding that, what I saw you do was it just went like that.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
But you did it. You
Yeah.
did it.
It took like 10. It took me like 2 minutes before anything you did.
Still did it. Now we're gonna test out. I take it. I know it's too early. We got 130, 120.
Yep.
What do we want? Buck 30,
Um.
buck 40, buck 90.
Yeah, $1.90. 200. That's crazy. And the good thing about the camera.